Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro?
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Pierce. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Off play action. Fields rolling to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go option to the short side. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Texans coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. To throw is Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From his own end zone, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw from his end zone, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read, and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd and 10. Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They snap it to Fields. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Watson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Watson going to try and run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that joke college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. This is caught. It's Cooks. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Isabella now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards on the 1st down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And his throw is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40, Andy Isabella. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
From the gun, here's Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Maybe a free play for Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Again, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Fields. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. Touchdown, Texans. Andy Isabella. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They run it again with Chubb. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jordan. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. 60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Fields going to hold on to it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. Cooks will come in motion right. Now Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On fourth down, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And one last throw here for Fields. That's complete to Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. They pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. So close, Charles. They were knocking on the door and a one.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without no arguments. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, kept on my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.